How to select a fishing kayak. Must watch fishing kayak buyer's guide. Regardless if you're looking for your first fishing kayak or like me, looking for an upgrade, I'm gonna give you 5 tips that you must know before you go buy that kayak. And as a bonus, I'm gonna give you the 5 kayaks I've been looking at that I've been researching as my upgrade possibility. Boom, let's go ahead and jump into it. Number 1, Kayak Stability. Regardless of what kind of fishing you're doing, either you're doing bass fishing on rivers, ponds, lakes, whatever the case may be, even if you're going out on the ocean, stability to me is one of the most important things. But some of the kayak options we have today, I mean, you can stand up on them like it's a boat. So to me, that's gonna be number 1. That's the one reason I wanna upgrade, because my kayak I have now, I can't really stand up on it to fish. And that's the one thing I wanna be able to do. You know, you don't wanna be sitting down all the time. You wanna be able to move around a little bit. You don't wanna have to worry about falling down or any of that. So without a doubt, my number 1 thing is kayak stability. Number 2, something you might not hear about as much, the length of the kayak. And just in general, a longer kayak can be easier to paddle and a shorter kayak is gonna be more maneuverable. So what I would wanna find for myself, mostly bass fishing, I'm gonna be looking at something a little bit shorter. Me personally, I don't need a 13 or 14 foot kayak, but I would try to start out with something at least an 11 foot range. My experience with a 10 footer, that's really not that wide. I do like the maneuverability of the shorter ones, but I want something that's just more stable. So usually that comes along with being just a little bit longer, something maybe more in the 11 foot range or more. Number 3, and highly important, kayak portability. I know nobody really talks about this, but hey, you gotta move this thing. Are you gonna put it on a trailer? Are you gonna put it on the back of your truck? Are you gonna put it on the top of your car? Whatever the case may be, you need to make sure you're gonna be able to move this thing. If it's extremely heavy, you know, you're probably gonna want a way to move it either on a trailer or maybe even on the back of a truck. You just have to take a lot of stuff off. Those are things you need to consider before you go out and buy one. That was one of the main reasons I chose the first kayak I have. It's only 50 some pounds. The pedal can catch 100, but it's not the most stable thing in the world. That's why I'm looking for an upgrade. But depending on your situation, you're gonna wanna look at that weight and know, hey, am I gonna be able to move this thing? Do you have knee problems? Do you have back problems? Because let's face it, if it's not easy for you to move, you're not gonna use the thing. And it's all about easy use because you wanna get out of the house so you can go fishing. Number 4, storage and weight capacity. What you need to do is make a list of all the things you intend to bring with you. You know, go ahead and break that down. What kind of rods and reels, what kind of gear, if you're gonna bring a cooler, whatever the case may be. And then you need to look at this kayak, kind of visualize how you're gonna lay this thing out and is it gonna work? And don't forget to look at all the built-in features like the hatches, the track system. You know, what are you gonna mount on the track system? You can store stuff that way, make rods, whatever the case may be. Does it got room for a milk crate or a cooler if that's what you're gonna be using? How much weight is it all gonna be? How much weight is it gonna be with you and all this gear? Make sure it's all gonna fit on the kayak that you're looking at with room to spare. Number 5, electronics compatibility. Fish finders, USB chargers, trolling motors, power poles, GoPros. You need to make sure this system is compatible with all the electronics you're gonna be using. You know, if you want some kind of pod to put all your fish finder stuff in and be able to take it in and out, whatever the case may be. Those are the things you need to put down on your list and make sure that this kayak has it. With those things in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the 5 kayaks that I've been researching and looking at that I'm potentially gonna upgrade to here in the near future. And if you wanna check out any of these kayaks I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna have them linked up down in the description. And this is by no means a budget list. You know, my first kayak, I did start with a budget kayak. You know, you wanna make sure you like the stuff. And now that I found out that I do like it, I wanna get one that I can keep for a while. The Native Slayer Max. This kayak's gonna come in at about $2,600. It's gonna have about a 500-pound capacity, and the thing looks sick. The specs aren't really out for the weight on it, but as you can see from the pictures, it's definitely a good looking kayak. It's probably gonna have great stability, great maneuverability, and that's why it's definitely on my list of top 5 kayaks that I'm looking at for fishing. I mostly do bass fishing, you know, so if you're doing something with the ocean or whatever the case may be, you may be able to use it for that, but I haven't really researched all that. I'm not trying to get some huge 14-foot kayak. Number 2, staying with the Native brand, the Titan 10.5 Propel. This kayak is coming in at about $2,500, 97 pounds with a 500-pound capacity. Definitely a tried and true kayak. You're gonna be able to stand up on this thing, do whatever you wanna do. They have the 12-foot model and a 13-foot model. You know, I'm looking at the shorter model, the 10.5. Since I do fish in rivers, you know, the compact, closer to 11-foot range is really what I'm looking for. This kayak's gonna be able to do whatever I need it to do. You know, I have the propel system, I can paddle. You can upgrade, put your trolling motor on there, a Bixby or something like that. So it's definitely high up on my list. Number 3, the Jackson Big Rig FD. Coming in at $2,800 at 125 pounds with a 550 pound capacity. This is definitely one of the widest kayaks out there. I think it's about 40 inches wide, and it has the flex drive so you can be able to paddle or pedal. And I've seen some huge guys on these things, so you definitely don't have to worry about stability. So if you want to fish standing up, you're not gonna have a problem with the Jackson Big Rig FD. Number 4, the bonafide SS127. Coming in about $1,600 and 94 pounds with a 475 pound capacity. It's definitely one of the best kayaks out on the market. The only thing is only a paddle version. So if you're looking for something with the pedal system, you know, it's probably not gonna happen with the bonafide, even though they're in the process of the merger with Native. I really doubt that those two lines are gonna cross with the flex system. The bonafide is probably gonna stay with the paddle only, but it's definitely one of the most stable kayaks out there as well. You know, for the pedal version, it's definitely a lot lower cost than some of the other ones. So that one definitely had to make it onto the list. Number 5, the Big Fish 108 PDL at about $1,800 at 128 pounds and a 450 pound capacity. The Big Fish has definitely made a name on the market for being a stable platform. It's got the big deck on it. You can get up, move around, and with the new pedal system, it moves them into the market. I was looking at the Big Fish even before it had the pedal system. So that's one I've definitely been researching. I've definitely had to add to the list. So which kayak do you suggest that I should upgrade to? Hey, let me know that in the comments below. So those are the 5 kayaks that I've been researching and looking at for my own personal use for me to buy as an upgrade to my current Pelican Catch 100. So if you're really looking for a budget model at this time, hey, I got a review on that kayak. You go check that out as well. Hey, and if you like this kind of content, you like this kind of videos, hey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and thanks for watching.